Atheism is rising as a prevalent belief system in the 21st century. The idea that God or any such divine figure does not exist is embraced by the so-called educated individuals. And the reason for this structure of thought to be accepted all over the world is the education system. Now, there are various aspects wherein our education system has failed. But when it comes to imparting knowledge about science and technology, then it has prevailed. Science today is no more mere a subject of study, but has evolved as a stream of thought. The man of the 21st century is no more an emotional thinker, but a rational being comparatively. Even our social rules have become liberal, and it is assumed that the individual knows better about himself and he is independent to decide for the matters relating to himself, be it about his life, property, or family. Early in the history, man didn't have this privilege. He was supposed to obey the rules set by his tribe, commune, or religion. Therefore, when you look at religious texts, you see a lot of it is related to human matters, social as well as personal. There were and are matters related to his birth, occupation, marriage, property, family, and so on in the scriptures. But as the time progressed, man realized the limitations of the scriptures. He realized their irrationalities. So the branches of the religions which interfered with his growth were trimmed down. The religion which we see today is comprised of nothing but myths, ethics, morals, and superstitions. The religion today stands only as an instrument of moral policing our children, or to those who have childlike innocence. Along with that, politicians too play a major role in preserving the religions. Since most countries today are democratic, they use religion to garner votes for their political parties. Others, which are not democratic, use religion to impose their own rules on the basis of religion. Religion today is nothing but a social cohesion we use as the need prescribes. All our preachers are dubious, frauds, and charlatans. They are in the business of religion, not because they are devoted to God, but because they are devoted to themselves. Preaching religion equals easy money. You have handful of scriptures which nobody else seems to read. They are stable and unchanging. So they read it, memorize it, and start preaching to the one who does not know. Also, it is easier to preach than to practice. It is easier to teach who does not know. He is in a way submissive. How could you question the word of God? Therefore, using God as an authority and saying your own thought became a practice. In the name of God and religion, we are taught all kinds of irrational and superficial things. It is a weapon used on the masses to brainwash them for generations and generations to come. But then we also have science, which, unlike religion, is progressive in nature. Science, unlike religion, is fearless and is always willing to change or adapt, and is open to accepting its mistakes. This nature of science makes it more stronger than religion. These both streams are a creation of man, religion as well as science. But look how different they are in their foundations. One asks you to believe, while the other asks you to doubt. One asks you to be submissive, while the other asks you to be independent. No doubt, the man of the 21st century has chosen science over religion. It was bound to happen so, because science seems to add more value to his life, be it his personal or social life. No matter what you preach to a man, deep down he is still an animal who is selfish to his core, and in the long run he shall choose things that are more fruitful and advantageous to him. Therefore, religion has failed to satisfy that criteria and science has taken over. Should we then conclude that God has no place in the future of mankind? This certainly is not the case. God will be as relevant as sun and the moon are for the mankind. We have rejected religion, but not the God. And when I say God, I don't mean the God as portrayed in the scriptures, but God as an ideal. God is that ideal which mankind hopes to achieve but shall never achieve. Because what use is an ideal if it is achieved? And in this case, God is the ultimate of all ideals. God is an ideal who has attained ultimacy in all states of humankind, be it love, hatred, peace, compassion, anger, etc. There is no way man can be God, but us not being able to achieve it makes it more challenging. It is that sense which keeps us moving. The ability of not knowing the future and still trying to influence it is thrilling. Of course, we have rejected the organized form of religion and its concept of God, but we can never reject the God which lays hidden in our individuality. You can give it different names if you want. You can call it your future self, a better self, an ideal man, or whatever you want to name it. But this quest to reach somewhere is the same quest of attaining God. Some try to find it in temples, mosques, churches. Some find it in the nature or universe. Some find it in the laws of physics or chemistry. Some find it in the fellow human beings. But it is all the same quest. Searching implies an object, and the ultimate of all objects is what I call God. Actually, what you are searching can be found within. You are searching for answers which are born out of the questions which are within. So if you change the questions, then the answers too shall change. You see, there will always be things which the mankind will not know, because the more you know, you realize that more you don't know. Every answer brings a question with itself, and so this quest of finding the ideal will never end. And there will be times in our journey where one may feel like giving up, but remembering that ideal shall bring solace to our mind. The thought that no matter how faster we run and how faster we become, we shall never achieve it will bring us humility. This humility will also bring content with it, and we shall no more be dissatisfied. Generally, people who denounce this ideal give up and turn into pessimism, which makes their life difficult. There is a different fun when you know that you are not best. There is a different fun when you know that you are not the best and can never will be, but you still try. This keeps us moving. This keeps us making a better person. But just like a man who gives up and chooses misery, so will the humankind if it ever gives the thought of ideal or God. It shall bring halt to our life and our race as humans, because a man without a hope is nothing but an animal